The impact of the experience, I can't even begin to quantify. It goes beyond the immediate and what has already, trickled in. I believe that it's something I'm going to live to be thankful for the rest of my life. I mean, courtesy of the mentoring experience, I got to meet Warren Buffett. Can you believe that? It's something I'm going to keep pinching myself about for a very long time.
Hello, I'm Maria Pacheco. I am from Guatemala, and my company is Kiech of the Forest.
The minute I met Maria, I knew this is going to be a two-way street. She had so much energy and passion, but she was nervous, a little shy, and for her this was a big experience. But I saw a woman who had her entire country in her back pocket. I mean, she came here to really take back to her country all of the experiences she had and to turn around for other women and give it to them as well.
The U.S. State Department reaches out to American embassies across the globe, and the embassies identify women with tremendous leadership potential.
They start in D.C. with a program run by the State Department. They have a really remarkable orientation where they are exposed to policymakers on the Hill, in the administration, business leaders.
I think for us it's a really learning process to just be able to see what these women have to face and realize that they're not very different from us. They've just had the courage to believe in their dreams, and that's what I've learned these 3 days so far.
After a few days in Washington, they fly off to their host companies. They spend 3 weeks with their mentors, and then they all come back together in New York. What really has surprised me is that these experiences are as meaningful for the mentors and as much of learning experiences for the mentors as they are for the mentees.
I think the real excitement about mentoring is getting to know someone and understanding the challenges they're facing and finding that they're very similar to the ones you either have had or maybe you're still going through. Where the magic probably took place is what happened when she went home and she saw herself becoming a mentor to others.
Initially, it's like we don't believe so much in ourselves. It's like I loved what I was doing in Guatemala, but I never saw myself as how much I could really do.
I think Maria was probably chosen for this program because she had passion, and that passion was very locally and tightly focused on her country and her work. When she got here through the mentorship, I think she was able to see that her passion fit in a much larger frame, and she could see its impact on others.
All of a sudden, I could meet the world, and I could meet women that were interested in the same things we were. So all of a sudden, it's like I'm not alone in this. And also there's, if we all connect, we can really make all our dreams come true.
So when I saw her next, she was radiating at a level that I hadn't expected.
2 years later, I'm a consultant for her, and we're starting a pilot in how to generate income in communities living in World Heritage Sites. There's these beautiful biological sites like reef systems, forests everywhere in the world that are unique to the world, and there's communities living there. But some of those communities have small businesses, but they really need to upscale them in order to protect more the environment, but at the same time generate enough income. So what we're doing with the United Nations Foundation is to create a model in which we link these rural communities to global companies to start making business.
The mentorship gave her some hands to hold along the way that I think just let her take off and go like a bird.
When you invest in somebody, you're transforming that person, and that person can transform other people, because at the end, I think each one of us are leaders in our own passionate world that we have, and we lead in that gift that we bring to the world.
I have passion in my job. I'm so interested in media, and I want to do something to, help the Chinese people to broaden their views.
Chinese proverb says that it's not very good to live in a time of change because you encounter a lot of challenges. And from one hand, I am happy that I live in a time of change in my country, because this is a possibility, a real possibility to make some changes and to present different opinions on any issues.
There are some things that women deal with in their leadership journeys that are quite distinct And therefore, the exposure to women who are really successful and have sort of, I don't know how balanced they feel internally, but at least to externally feel like, they managed to do it all, would be an incredible exposure to get.
I didn't have a mission. I was actually totally befuddled when I got here. I wondered why I had been chosen in the first place. And then when I heard that the WNBA and Donna were going to be my mentor, I started to think in the direction of, wow, basketball. Maybe I could actually use basketball to grow women.
The WNBA is an organization that's about leadership, and it's about inspiration, it's about creating change, and it's built on a belief in women.
I intend to go back and start a basketball club for girls, which would teach them leadership skills, teamwork, you name it.
I guess I would wish that she would take away the courage to believe she can succeed.
I know I'm going to face a lot of opposition. Some people are not going to understand why their daughter should be playing basketball and might think it's just a fun thing, but I would want them to know that it's an all-encompassing thing. They are not only growing, but they're also, learning to become mentors of other girls. I was a mentee here. I've grown to become a mentor. I'm going to mentor girls to become mentors. So that's how it's going to go. Hoop Sisters is like a mentoring program with basketball. And when they come, they play basketball, and basketball requires a certain discipline. It requires teamwork. It requires sportsmanship. It's not my goal to create professional basketball players. I want empowered women. I want, fulfilled women. I want girls who know that they can make it on their own. When they meet, with each week there's a theme. The first week they get to meet somebody who they think of as a mentor. So they suggest the type of people they want to meet. We will make the contacts and bring them over to meet these people. The second week is a reading and learning week. So at the end of the first week, we give them reading materials to go look at, to go and read and stuff. And they come and report to us what they read over the week. The third week is a career week, and we'll bring somebody that they've suggested to come and talk to them about their career and what it involves and how they got there, etc., etc. And then the fourth week is a health week where we do health awareness, where we talk to them about health, sexual health, HIV and AIDS, breast cancer, women's health, and stuff like that. And the last discussion we were having was about their passion, what they are passionate about. And it was interesting to find out that these girls didn't know what their passion was. As soon as they're out of school and they don't have anything to do, they start to think, some man offers them a little money and they fall for it because they don't have means. But if there's something that brings them together and gives them a sense of purpose, then the distractions are less. I had an amazing experience in Washington and New York on my mentoring program. Why would I want to keep this experience to myself? Why wouldn't I want to share what I've gotten from this amazing experience with other people? And I actually thought that the program was only going to take me and bring me back to do my job better. I didn't realize it was supposed to impact other people's lives. We got a new member a couple of weeks ago. She's a 9-year-old girl. She lives very close by the basketball courts and sells water, drinking water in sachets along the street. She lives with her grandmother. She brings her water, so we drink her water and we pay for it. And she's part of the group. That's a new addition, and we're quite happy with it.
Coming from a small country with a small economy, it's very easy to reach the top of your game very young. And that's largely what happened with me. And you get touted as an expert very fast. And you tend to believe your own PR. You tend to believe, I really am the expert on private equity. And you forget that there is a larger world out there. And there is more to learn. And I think for me, it's a bit of a humbling experience as well to actually say, I am open to learn more from others.
I'm Sarah Ortwine. I work for ExxonMobil, and right now I'm the Vice President for Engineering for our development company.
The Fortune experience was a timely and a very welcome experience, the time when it came. I didn't know I needed it until I got there.
she's got an objective to help women in Nigeria help themselves.
In New York City every year, the mentees have met with a fabulous woman leader named Jerry Laybourne. Although she had the desire to give back and to help others, she found it difficult to schedule time to do this. So what she did was she invited young women in the media industry that were living in New York City to come join her on her morning walks in Central Park.
And the concept was that these women walked and talked, and there was mentoring going on at the same time they were walking.
I learned that you don't have to mentor one person at a time. You can mentor 1,000 people at a time. And how do you do that? In a team. You don't have to do it alone.
So we're working now on a mentoring walk program with different countries all over the world.
We're mobilizing the whole society, the whole community to come out and walk with us, and let's make this an epoch-marking outing.
You know, Lucy has a lot of things that she could do, but she wants to make a difference in the lives of people in her, you know, in her country, in Nigeria.
And she initiated this thing. She says, Nyukavi, look, why don't we do this? Let us gather all the countries that have participated in the Fortune 500 in the last 3 years, and then do a walk on the same day, on the same platform.
I had this feeling that I could feel it building in me, that I could not keep this to myself, that I had to go back and share it with others. And that's the multiplier effect factor that I had heard about, but didn't quite understand till now.
I see how Vital Voices and the Fortune 500 and the State Department have evolved into a brand that's impacting so many women, even where you're asleep and people are still being blessed.
And if everybody can take a little bit of what somebody's given them and turn around and give it to, you know, several more people, just think about how important that is.
1 year down the road, we've seen young women go back to school. We have a mentee that's gone back to do another degree. That's more than just determination. I see that she's looked inside herself and drawn out something of virtue. We also have a mentee that has started a mentoring program for primary school students. She's getting secondary school students to mentor primary school students. How good can it get?
We have plans to do the mentoring walk again this year. We hope it'll be bigger, we hope it'll be better, and we know that it's just going to keep on growing.
This is a new thing. So like all new things, when you plant a crop, you water it. So we're watering it. It will grow.